Hello, my loves. Hello, hello. Good morning, all. Diana here, and welcome to Nova Holistic. Here we are. It's finally started. I'm really happy to be back. I look forward to speaking with you about all the different ways in which we can have a beautiful, holistic life, an integrated mind, body, emotion, spirit kind of existence in this world um, that we've all kind of felt is a little bit missing over the last couple of years or so. So, with that introduction, I hope you join me. Please share this broadcast, contribute, ask questions. I'm just moving over to comments now to see if there's anybody there that wants to say hi. And I'm really excited about this. I understand we're starting this broadcast on in smack in the middle of Mercury retrograde, but it felt in the flow, and I wanted to be as close to the equinox energy as possible. Here in Australia, it will be the spring equinox in a couple of days. But on the other side of the world, obviously, Northern Hemisphere, is going to be autumn and equinox, that is. And I really love this energy. Like, I really, really love this transition, particularly from one season to another. So thank you for being here. And let's move on from this little introduction. So some of you may know, others might not, that I'm a holistic counselor by profession. I have worked in this field practicing or integrating psychology modalities and approaches with natural medicine, natural therapies, alternative treatments for a really long time. I've been in private practice since 2005, so it's been a while for me. And I've had a couple of different broadcasts along the way over the years, but not one since before CV. So I really felt like in this collective consciousness, in this collective awareness, as we are waking up more to what is possible, this was a really good time to begin to have that amazing conversation once more about what it means to live a more balanced, more productive, more fulfilling life. And sorry, I'm just going to move this. Oh, here we go. That's a little bit better. And so as I build this broadcast, as I communicate with you a little bit more, please feel free to share with me what you would like more of, how we can do this better, because we are coming into this time in the world where the community approach, community contribution is going to become more and more and more important as we go along. And it's also the beginning of this really special, important time in the world right now, and onwards. So, on that note, today I wanted to talk to you about, so I've got a bunch of notes that I'm going to go through as well, so that again, this is really interactive, so I invite you to be a part of this, to ask questions, to comment, which would be really great. But okay, so today I wanted to talk to you about what I mean specifically when I say holistic. The name Nova Holistic comes from feedback. I asked a few people to tell me sort of what they liked in terms of a name. I had I channeled sort of some ideas and things like that. And Nova is basically a Latin word derivative that stands for new. And holistic is, of course, a play on the word holistic with a H, but with the W in front, standing for the whole person. So, in essence, the foundations of this conversation are about what it means to be rebirthed, what it means to be new, what it means to be whole in its truest essence, through the filter and perspective that I bring this to you with. So, essentially, and I've already hinted to this, when I work and when I speak with people, I see the world through the filter of the whole person, meaning their mind. So what are they thinking? What are their thoughts? What is their mind matrix? Their experiences, excuse me, imprints, their memories, speaking to when I interact, or when they interact with the world around them, including myself. Then the physical body. So the degree of body awareness, the degree to which a person has awareness around what happens in their body and how that's connected to what they think and other aspects of themselves. Then the emotional body, which is about, of course, our feelings, our heart center, how we contribute, you know, good vibes, crap vibes into this world, how we process information that comes into our field and then transmit emotional, frequency generated from our emotional body, of course. And then finally, spirit. And when I specifically talk about spirit, I'm speaking to the unseen aspect of ourselves. So that quantum level that is measured, that it very much exists, but it's unseen by the five senses, right? It's experienced, but it's not seen, and it's not defined by the five senses. It's probably a better way to say it. So we're talking about, again, mind, the body, so the thoughts, the physical body, matter, the emotional body, feelings, and spirit, which is, you could call that your quantum body. And how that interacts, it's received in the world. So we will, so again, the purpose of Nova Holistic is to learn or become more consciously aware of how these aspects of us interact on the daily, in every moment, and what is the value of being consciously aware of all of yourself, so that you can live that really beautiful life to your highest potential. Okay. So the next thing, so let's then talk about that filter of perception. So when something happens to you, or you're having an experience in a moment, right? That experience will have a ripple effect. It'll come into your awareness, and then it'll have a ripple effect through those, say, four filters. Let's just talk about those four filters, right? Your mind will, how did I say? Hang on. Where did I put this? Your mind will assess the images, so what it sees. It will analyze those images. So there's a visual imprint, obviously, that happens through our eyes, right? But also our emotional body will make an assessment, right? And make meaning of what we see is happening, right? So there'll be a series of thoughts and feelings that will be generated as a result of an energy, a vibe, or something happening from outside of us, right? It'll come through that perception field, right? Then the brain, based on what we observe and what we decide is happening. So, based on the feelings that are generated and the thoughts that are generated as a direct result of something coming in, or an event outside of us, the brain, those feelings and thoughts will then trigger a chemical reaction in the brain. That chemical reaction, right, then connects feelings and thoughts to your body, because your brain then floods those chemicals into your body. And then you will have this direct experience in your physical body based on what's come through the perception field, the thought your mind created, and the feelings your emotional body generated. Now, in terms of spirit, spirit is usually, in my experience, that, even before anything hits your perception field consciously, there's that unseen vibration, that unseen energy around you that directly interacts with you at a more unconscious or subconscious level. And when we are more attuned to those subtle energies, the metaphysical, as opposed to the matter, as in, meta, as in META, versus matter, MATTER. I might write that down in a post. Meta versus matter. Okay. If there's anyone around, can you tell me whether you can see that? Then the meta, that energy. So when you're attuned to, in a metaphysical way, with those more subtle energies, your intuition or your sixth sense or your gut feeling will engage and have a sense for something shifting around you before you consciously, or before it manifests itself in the physical as a physical event. Yeah. So everything happens energetically first, and then it comes into matter, like as in into like a physical manifestation of something in some way. So as we go ahead and talk more about what it means to be whole, holistic, it's important to understand that there is more than one or two layers to you, as in you are not even close to just this body and not even close to just being your head, your mind, the things that you think. They're really key components of how you experience your life and your world, but they are not even close to the only. There are two really big other aspects simultaneously creating what happens in your world or how you experience your reality. And the reason why your reality is unique and special, because only you have your life, your journey, and your set of circumstances you lived in, throughout your life. And it is those unique sets of circumstances, your unique timelines and trajectories that are imprinted in your subconscious mind that create that perception filter through which you observe, analyze, and decide what each moment is about. Now, of course, all of this happens automatically. We don't even think about it because we are mostly, or many of us, are still in the rat race of doing, of just going through the motions and stimuli of what we see is the external directive. What I'm hoping to share with you and illuminate for you as we go on this journey of Nova Holistic is how to slow down and and nurture that relationship with yourself through those four different aspects so that you get to know yourself better, and so that you can reclaim more of your energy, more of your power, and it'll make a massive difference even if you just reinvest some of that energy that you propel outwards into the world. Just 5 minutes, you reinvest 5 minutes back into yourself every day will make a massive difference in your life to start with. I guarantee it, I promise. You need to do that consciously, and you need to help your brain, your neuro pathways rewire into a new set of pathways that will create a new set of chemicals that basically flood your body, yeah, through your adrenals, through your central nervous system, through your pineal gland, and all of that sort of stuff, right? All of that stuff that gets generated up here, and then it floods your body, and then there is as a result of that, a response in your body to whatever it is that you thinking, feeling, observing, receiving, and so on and so forth. So what I'm talking about here, and it is one of those, this, I should say, is one of those extraordinary things that happen and conversations that I have on a regular basis with people that I work with on in whatever capacity, is just how much difference just 5 minutes of conscious investment into yourself can make an almost like an extraordinary change in your life. Extraordinary. So let me see if I can give you an example, all right? And I'm going to use an example, elaborate a little bit. I have that I have in one of my programs that's available on my website right now. It's an online self-paced program, holistic program, things that you can do right now in your home that cost you nothing, that will make a massive difference in your life in terms of your stress levels, your health and well-being, your mood, your anxiety, all of those sorts of things. So let me give you one example. Most people, when they wake up in the morning, right, alarm goes off, jump out of bed, on automatic pilot, going to work. Rush, 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 rush. Need my first coffee. They might get a coffee on the way to help them wake up, or a tea or something like that. Most people, not everybody, but most people, even people that don't necessarily do that or are not consciously choosing the sets of circumstances that play out in the morning because it falls under the banner of a routine, which suggests some sort of an automatic pilot situation, right? It's what happens every morning. Like, for example, when you have a baby, if you've been a parent, you know what it's like. In the morning, you get up, you're half asleep, you're on automatic pilot, and you're just waking up, or you're waking up to a child crying or needs a feed or something like, you know what I mean, right? What if instead of jumping out of bed on automatic pilot, you were to hear the alarm clock, turn it off, but even before you jump out of bed, you do a big stretch in the bed. You visualize energy flowing through your muscles as your muscles are waking up, and you have a sip of water and you literally feel the water flowing down your throat all the way through your body, and as it's hitting every organ, you visualize it somehow hydrating, refreshing, waking up those organs. So even before you've stepped out of bed. Now, all of this is just a matter of visualization. So it can be 10 seconds, it can be a minute, it doesn't matter. But you're consciously awakening in the morning. consciously connecting with your body, with your organs, with your well-being. You are hydrating your body. You are taking a minute to take a deep breath. So you are oxygenating your system. What if you were just to take this 1 minute, one conscious minute of visualization, even before you put your feet on the ground and get out of bed? Try that for just 2 weeks, every morning, 2 weeks, and you will see that you will begin to feel different. You will begin to feel better because you are practicing body awareness. You are connecting the left and right side of your brain, the left being, that's left to you? No, that's left. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, the left side of your brain with that capacity to observe and analyze and make decisions, with the right side of your brain, your creative side, the part of you that is visualizing, right? So you're opening that center as well in those portals so that throughout the day you can have a brain equilibrium and a cooperative relationship between the two sides of the brain. You are oxygenating your body, you are hydrating your body, and you are telling it that you are ready to go, that you are healthy, and creating a completely different kind of environment for you to get going in the morning or whenever it is that you wake up. Just that. That's it. The trick is that you allow yourself to completely 100% be present with that process and not have the list of things to do going through your mind and taking over the process. Now, if you choose to try this, let me know how you go. Send me a message, comment, write to me, and just try it. Your neuro pathways that are set as a default due to that morning routine or habit will begin to change, move direction into a different kind of chemical endorphin based hormone, cocktail within 3 days. But you need to be able to practice something for a minimum, like consistently, for 2 to 3 weeks at least, in order for those new neuro pathways, for the new habit, for the new routine to be created. So you are elevating your reality to a higher chemical and vibrational existence. So when people talk about you creating your reality, that's sort of what that looks like. Now we will, as we go along, we will talk a little bit, more and more and more about creating, these ideas and concepts of creating your reality, how energy works, how, the quantum field creates and magnetizes and, grounds and all of those sorts of things. We'll talk more about this. However, if you just start with something as simple as this, I promise you, it's less than 5 minutes. It's like a minute, 2 minutes, unless you're really enjoying it and then you choose to extend it and you do a whole thing. You have this beautiful um, uh, ceremony, wake up ceremony that you create for yourself. That's not complex. It's just is what it is. Um, I promise it'll make such a difference in your life. So try it and let me know how you go. Now, what else did I want to talk to you about? So for today, we're already at 31 minutes, so I won't go for much longer. I want to keep it pretty simple, pretty sharp, because there's already quite a lot in what I've said for you. But essentially, in summary, today's episode was about introducing Nova Holistic to you, explaining what the holistic is about, um, the different aspects of ourselves that essentially are coming in to form this team of wholeness, this state of health and well-being, where all aspects of ourselves are being considered, so that there isn't that feeling or an unconscious drive or perception of inner fracture, whether it's psychological or emotional fracture, or it's mind versus emotions, because feelings are too scary and you're meant to shut or run away from your emotions, or the overthinking, the mind matrix, the overanalyzing, the mind fixation and obsession that we can have, that stress, those a constant, ongoing, never-ending mental pressures that exacerbate feelings, anxiety states and panic and mental health, essentially. So whatever it is that we talk about in future episodes, as with today, we will talk, discuss, contribute, work towards a more conscious, holistic way of being. We will amplify and begin to understand better the relationship between those different aspects of ourselves, how they interrelate, how to practice being present with those, how they play out, and all beautiful, extraordinary different modalities that can help us to do this. Okay, in closing, I would like to just tell you I've got a rolling banner where I invite you to go to my website, www.dijana.org, to go and check out my website. In there, you will have a more detailed description of who I am, how I work, the different services and programs available to support you right now. I'm in the process of organizing my calendar so that bookings can be made. Essentially, I work in two primary ways. I work in a more traditional, in a more traditional counseling role. I also do mentoring for those that are on the journey of spiritual awakening to help them understand better what is going on once this, um, uh, process is triggered. I want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being with me and honoring me with your energy, with your time. Next week, I'm going to talk to you more about the work that I do. Holistic counseling. And then I am in the process of confirming my first guest on the show. I won't tell you who it is just yet, but I will hopefully be able to announce that next week. Look out for more information. Join the community on the website where I'm going to where I'm working on a couple of really special things, one of them being an app so that you can access the Nova community moving forward. It's just have to tweak a couple of last things and then we'll have the app organized. So I'll talk to you about that. And then also on the app, you'll be able to access the online programs that I wrote, years ago that have to do with, that sort of that sense of self-awareness and holistic well-being that you can apply in your home to help you reclaim more of your innate empowerment into your life so that you can better manage, some of those stressful situations and worries and, all of that. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. Are there any questions? Oh, I'm also going to just share and ask you that if this broadcast resonates, please feel free to share it with your tribe, with those that might need some, support. And please like, comment, subscribe, all of those beautiful things, because we are trying to build this up. And of course, the more of you that can, that find it in your hearts to sort of click, say something, the more the algorithm is going to recognize this broadcast, and we can build it together. We can support each other. Okay, much love to you. I am going to go now. I just need to work out how to finish. See, you can tell I haven't done this broadcast. I got to get a little smoother, right? Oh, here we go. I think this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Love you lots. Mwah. Have a fab day, evening, wherever you are. And we'll see you same time, same place next Tuesday. Bye.